And welcome back to Tomb Raider.
Welcome. I want to talk about sight lines. Stay here for a sec.
Yes.
Okay, here you are. You've just entered this new area. Clearly, puzzly area. You see several new elements that are white and glowing. Do your little psychic pulse.
Bing.
Huh, that didn't light up the
It did not light up very much.
Interesting. Okay. Oh, it did light up your where you gotta go to. Is that always glowing? Oh, there's just always a god ray there saying go there. Oh, that's your
and
your compass.
and the little compass
Okay.
mark saying go here as well.
Okay, so you've got a good idea of where you want to go, and there's clearly several different potential paths to it. And so this is when we're laying out an area like this, we're thinking sight lines, which is when the player is in whatever area. Like, is this kind of the first place you're naturally drawn to from where you came from the camp?
I think so. Let me walk back down here real fast.
So you're coming from there. Yeah, actually from here, just survey the scene from there.
Okay.
Okay, so what are we seeing here? We're seeing very middle of the scene is this big pagoda thing.
Yep.
We're seeing strange new crumbly rock to the right there. We're seeing a post wrapped in white rope. We're seeing a dangling box. We're seeing a banner. So as a designer, I'm thinking, where do I want the player to go? Or do I want the player to kind of freely explore everything? And based on the distribution of kind of anchors for your eye, it looks like they want you to explore this. This is a time for playing with new mechanics, and that's kind of communicated to the player by how they're distributed.
Yeah.
There's not like a straight line of go to A, B, C, D. It's more like a vista of places to go.
When I look at the collection of different stuff that they all have here as a whole, I feel like there's a bit of an average, like kind of average it out, there's a bit of a line pointing from like bottom left to upper right.
Yeah.
Just looking at the distribution of lights, torches, and little white points. And I do, hitting the little mark thing, I do know they do want me to end up there. Mm-hmm. So I get the feeling that that might be a bit of a subtle, like, we want you to go in this general direction, but we're not giving you a singular line to get there. Or at least we're not telling you right away what the line to get there is. Why don't you wander around and check everything out?
Yep, and you're going to see a couple new mechanical things. You're seeing ropes on the roof there. Yep. You have no idea what to do with that yet.
Yep, quite true. We got lots of boxes with ropes on them, which might just be for grabbing onto and climbing. Yep. Not sure what the actual functional purpose within the world for these hanging boxes is.
Yeah.
I don't know, like, hang them up so bears can't get the stuff. I don't know. But
yeah, and that's a gray area where, you know, as a, you know, the level designer says, I want this mechanic, and the level artist scratches their head and says, all right, how can I fit this into the world? And there's usually a compromise there.
Yep, probably so. And I feel like this might be the area in the game where if it still hasn't really clicked with you that white is the signifier for interact with this to navigate the world, that just seeing so much of it, and a lot of it feels very, like, that feels like a rather bright white point. Like, it feels like this is the area that should probably drive that home if it hasn't clicked yet. Alright. Still a lot of stuff.
More broken plane fuselage.
A lot of plane crashes happen out here. A lot of old plane crashes, rather. These look World War II-ish. They look older. I don't know what era plane they're from. They look older.
I think that's safe. World War II.
Yeah, I work on a history show. Okay. So, let's see. There's a lot of stuff that it feels like it's leading in lots of different directions. It probably actually isn't, but it does feel pretty.
No, I think it is. I think you're meant to kind of get lost around here and experiment with movement.
Okay. Check out what's down here. Let's check out what's down here. Down.
And see, there's no bad guys shooting at you here. There's no wolves attacking you.
Yeah, low stress. Lots of stuff. Like, am I going to get... I can't remember if I get the mechanic to, like, rope arrow stuff here.
Right.
Or if this is just all stuff I'll be coming back to later.
I'm going to guess that this is the area you get it in, or maybe up past the plane fuselage.
Salvage. Alright. I need to sort of roughly in this area. Maybe not that way, but
That's a real moment of grace right there. I really enjoy that when, the animation system can compensate for just blatant
for error.
incompetency.
Yeah. When Laura's telling the story later, she's going to leave that part out. Whoa.
There's a serious world state change there.
Yep.
A little Deus Ex Machina there. You got a lightning strike to change something, it looks like.
Am I able to do this yet? No, not yet. Or am I? No, I'm still climbing the plane. That's alright. Whoop.
Waterfalls also make me sad.
Do they? In general, or just as a...
Well, here's my problem. There are three things that I love most in life, and those are caves, ruins, and waterfalls.
Okay.
My ideal world would be a cave that is full of ruins and waterfalls.
Sure.
Which, actually, I'm pretty sure this game probably has several of those.
Yeah, this is custom tailored for you.
But yeah, we can't do waterfalls well yet. This is good. This is great. This is cutting edge.
Yeah, this is... There's such sadness in your voice when you say it. No, there are definitely certain things that... Alright, there are certain things that we've gotten to the point that we are very good at them. General, like, if you just need a general static environment, we're quite good at that generally. We've gotten a lot better at just stuff like skin and texture and reflection and various things like that. Not all the way there, but we've gotten a lot better at them. Stuff like fluid, stuff that is physics that are complex that have to be calculated in real time, we still can't really do. We are still able to make really simple physics and fake it like they're actually complicated.
Boxes and barrels.
Boxes and barrels, yeah.
If water was made out of boxes and barrels that were larger than atoms, then...
Yeah, no, liquid physics is still, like, actual liquid physics is still far beyond what we can actually do right now.
Oh, that was a great little moment there.
Yeah.
Get the foreshadowing first.
Yeah. Builds
the tension.
Hair is also something we can't really... This is about as good of hair as you're going to see in a game right now.
Yep.
And it's definitely progress, but...
Oh yeah, I mean, you compare this to 10 years ago.
Oh geez, yeah. But,
just put that in there.
Yoink.
Got it. Okay. Got to get this back to Roth.
Alright. Come on, wolves, I know you're coming back.
I know it's happening.
It's gonna happen. There it is. Hello.
Go.
Wolves, you suck. Go away. No. I do appreciate that the QuickTime events are mostly kept to 3 or 4 buttons.
Mm-hmm. Look at those God of War marathons where it's 20 buttons long, randomized.
Yeah, like even though they don't give me a lot of time for any one of these QuickTime event presses, but if they give me that little ring closing in on the other ring circle thing, and then I can usually, I got a 90% chance that it's a triangle. Okay, here we go.
Okay, you got a thing. I wasn't paying attention to what that thing was.
I think it was the thing, the pack I was looking for to that has all the stuff we need to,
okay.
yeah,
Save
story
the
MacGuffin
guy.
Basically. Yeah. But like I'm supposed to be heading back down for.
That's that's great. It works because in this world there are modern people who need to know this stuff, and that looks like something that some dude would just scrawl on the wall there for his other dude compatriots to find.
Yeah. Is this another just one of the optional tombs?
Yeah.
All right. Cool.
Looks like you're gonna need your MacGuffin to get up there, though.
You're right. That's okay. What does it actually say on screen? Inaccessible tomb.
Well, there you
The
go.
worst kind.
Can't get more clear than that.
All right. Well, I guess we'll go help our friend who's dying of blood loss instead.
Your torch didn't go out. Was that a waterfall you ran through?
Wait. Oh, it had like a
little part in it. Okay.
part in it.
Okay, good.
Resilient torch. All right. I feel like I'm supposed to be heading back downward.
Yeah.
Oh, and I guess I am going to be. Nope, not. I was hoping for a slower descent than that. Let's see. Just backtrack.
I think when you first came out... Oh, yeah,
Oh,
there you
here
go.
we go. Glad someone built this. Whee! Nice.
Have you ever been on a zip line in real life?
I have.
They're pretty terrifying when you get near the bottom.
They actually are, yes. It quickly goes from, wee, this is amazing, to, oh no, okay, like,
My legs are about to break.
yeah, when the reality of physics kind of sets in, and you realize that the end of the line is coming.
Oh, okay.
Yep. Okay.
Oh, you didn't mean to do that, did you?
No, I probably didn't, but,
You were tergiversating. That's what you get.
How many words were you combining there?
That is literally a word.
What, was it?
Yeah.
Oh,
To tergiversate is to
I'm looking that up. I don't believe you.
is to be kind of stalled in indecision.
I may have just learned a new word, if that's real.
And alternate, because I did have to look it up once. You can also say tergiversate, but that sounds even weirder.
It does, actually, yeah.
Well, interesting. So you're seeing up on the hill there the evil goddess that you will learn more about as you progress.
Oh, yeah.
Roth.
It's not bad.
I was talking about tergiversation. Okay, she
she
knelt
patched-
down with the
Yeah, she
thing.
patched him up. Okay, yeah.
So caught up in my scripted alien nature.
No, just trying to string sentences together and follow plot and play a video game is not easy. How do Twitch streamers do it?
I think it's practice.
I guess so. I hope I get better at this over time, because, yeah. The only way Dark Souls is getting finished if I get better at this.
I wonder if raindrops on the camera lens
We need to send out.
is a thing that's going to stay with us.
And I'm not
I don't know. Like, I like that they're pretty subtle about it here, because they could totally go
Yeah.
so much more overboard, and I think other games probably have.
doing
I mean, it is a thing that in film you wouldn't actually see this, because they would not let the water get on the
Some
camera.
films sometimes do.
Like, a film will allow it for a specific like shot, like
Yeah.
visually, but it will not be consistent. It won't be recurring. It won't be on all the shots.
Yeah.
Like you'll get like a car drives by on a road and splashes a puddle, and maybe it splashes some of it
Exactly.
spatters on the lens,
Or a
but then it
blood
goes
spatter
Yeah,
or
or a
something
blood
like
spatter
that.
goes in the lens, maybe, but then it goes away. And it's only in a certain kind of film that's really wanting to kind of give a sense of immediacy, like maybe the cameraman's actually there or something. But yeah, I don't. It does help to create like a sense of space and environment, a little bit. But I guess depending on how it's done. But I don't know. I could see this being the sort of thing that we eventually, another thing that we eventually find a better ways to achieve.
I mean, it's one of those things where conceptually it's a reference to, again, the medium that we wish we were. Apparently, enough of us wish we were, which is film. I've never wished that, but
Sure.
many
Well,
of our
like-
contemporaries do.
And to be fair, like there are definitely some game devs who absolutely kind of wish that they could use almost entirely the film tool set, because it's one that we're all familiar with, and it's one that is really well honed at this point.
Yeah.
So it's a tool set that has a lot of the answers to the kinds of questions we have to figure out ourselves. And so it's really tempting a lot of the time to like, we don't have a good video game interactive way to answer this question. What does film do? And film usually has a go-to answer we can go to and just say, all right, well, we'll just copy that. And it's easy, but it maybe not necessarily elegant or the best answer if we actually took the time to think about it.
Yeah, and in this kind of a case with stuff on the lens, it's funny because when, everyone who sees a film knows that there's a camera in real life being pointed at whatever you're seeing, well, unless it's a CG movie, right? Oh, now you can go.
Nice. And they have directed you to come up to it in a way that would make sure that you saw it as you passed. Yeah, smart.
So it's funny to me I guess it's funny to me in CG film as well, less so than in games, to nod to that as a... I don't even know what that is. What is the impulse to say there is a piece of glass here that's getting the environment on it?
Yeah.
I'm not sure, because it cannot add to a sense of immersion in the universe, right? That's the opposite of that. That's saying this is artificial. There's actually a lens here or a screen or whatever.
I guess for the fact that we are witnessing a cutscene with edits and with everything that's edited like a film already creates the assumption that we're kind of going to be perceiving this as a film anyway.
Yeah.
So
using cinematic language.
Yeah, even though it isn't necessarily one that cinema uses either.
Yeah,
but that raindrops thing happens on the camera even outside the cutscenes as well. Like I saw that when we started running around.
Yeah.
So that is a good question. I feel like I've seen other games do it far more blatantly and more obnoxiously. Mm-hmm. But yeah, it may be a thing that kind of falls out of favor eventually. I could see that being one of those kinds of things that we get really into because we figure out we can do it, and then we kind of abuse that power, and then we dial back, and then maybe we just kind of drop it entirely.
It's kind of like what happened to Hollywood with lens flares in the last 10 years or so. They reached their apex, and it was like, okay, we've explored all we can with as many CG lens flares as we can get. I've got an After Effects lens flare package that has like 300 lens flares, and there's the J.J. Abrams lens flare, and there's the Michael Bay lens flare.
Sure. Yeah, no, which I mean, even that, it's a good you add lens flare. Lens flare is inherently an imperfection, right? It's something that happens because light catches the lens of a camera in just the wrong way that it creates a flare, and it's something that historically Hollywood would try to avoid because
that's why they have those giant black boxes around most of the lens.
Yep. But when you're creating stuff that's really CG, early CG a lot of times looks fake because it is so perfect and not dirtied and scuffed up enough, and just not there's not enough imperfection in there. It's just a little bit too clean. So one way that they've found to kind of hide that is you look at early Battlestar Galactica and Firefly TV shows. They found it just they tried to use camera shake to make it feel to make the CG stuff feel a little bit less CG, make it feel a little bit more like kind of film that you're used to, and it worked pretty well for that. And lens flares and dust on the camera and stuff like that is another thing that they use in CG films to try to convey that sense of reality that you're kind of used to, even if they're using imperfect
those
technique.
Bags on fire?
Oh, can I catch these back? Oh, these ones? Oop. Yes.
Mysterious lumpy bags.
I'm sure whatever's burning in here does not smell good. Or just evaporates. That's fine too.
Oh, there's skeleton. Okay.
Full of cotton, I guess. Right.
Oh, that was a skeleton that popped out of there. That was cool.
Oh, okay.
Well, that's what I was talking about in a previous episode was, destroyable props. You have to make another prop for the destroyed version. So it's kind of an economy thing. Just
that's where I came from.
Determine if it's worth it.
Going the wrong direction. Where am I? I got distracted by burnable stuff.
Can you throw those weights on it? Those bags that are next to you?
Oh.
No.
Not actually that heavy, it turns out. Yeah. Kind of wish the physics were set just slightly heavier on some of these. They
weighty weights.
They just feel like stuffed animals.
If they're plastic jugs.
I guess that's true.
I can't tell what they are.
Oh, there's something else. Okay. Push. Ah, nice. Now I bet I can still reach that and climb on, and yes. Takes some considerable skill to do this without burning your hand. Torch is gone. And we're back up. Torch is still gone. That's good. That's probably good. Okay.
This may have been built in honor
Yeah, you're right. Somebody is lighting a lot of candles. You were saying in an earlier episode, candles lit everywhere, and abandoned.
But I mean, this is the cult of a goddess that is currently worshipped, so that's not incredible. Right?
Sure, yeah.
Slight gas.
Tomb raided. Oh, another zip line. It's so considerate. Both in-game and from the devs. I appreciate it. Alright. Where was I actually supposed to head? Because clearly this was not it.
Was he telling? I think you got to climb up a radio tower.
Oh, that's right. Yep. You gotta climb a radio tower. I remember that. Vaguely. Alright. Back out.
Look at where the stalactites. Let's see. Are these the mites or the tights?
These are the mites.
As an environment artist, yeah. Look where they meet the ground, and
Yep.
you can see seams around them.
You totally can.
That's what I was talking about earlier. Where if there was more little rocky crumbles and clutter to put there,
Yeah, that's a case where the ground, the floor is all one, is all one model, and they've put a whole bunch of other separate little models that are that's just stalagmites here, just kind of peppered throughout, but they're not stitched together, so you kind of see where they. I mean, you would call it clipping if it was like other 3D objects just passing through it, but here it's just kind of like that's how the stages are built, and why they usually have clutter around to kind of disguise that.
So here it's not as bad.
Some of them are only really obvious, like with lighting changes, yeah.
The bane of my existence. The amount of time that we have to spend either hiding those things or putting decals over them or putting cluttery props over them or lighting them in such a way that it minimizes that. There's a tremendous amount of time sunk into that. So the fact that you see it so rarely in this game speaks volumes about the budget and the love and care that went into it.
Very true. Yeah, I wouldn't have thought about how much work, how much time invested in just doing that all over the environment.
Like all those little skeletons and skulls you see. I mean, there's some guy or gal sitting there just poking pixels, moving arrows back and forth until they looked right.
Yep.
And rotating and scaling and moving them into place.
Yep. Time to climb. All right. Some over here too. Nope. Okay. Good jump. That does feel really cool getting to do the jump and then latch on in midair thing.
Stick.
I like that.
Very unrealistic. Feels very good.
Yeah, it feels incredible. Glad someone left some arrows for me.
It's a little vignette. You get to listen to them. Oh, look at that lamp. Look at that lamp.
Oh, yeah.
See, had I made this level and put that lamp there, I would have been very upset with you if you had not shot it.
I never would have thought of that.
Watching people play our games is one of the most painful experiences.
Okay, I was actually just thinking. Okay, for the different the different kinds of jobs there are in game dev, what are the things you can do that will irk each job most? Like animator, the thing you can do most is run around, you can do this.
Yeah, back and forth, back and forth,
back and forth, run around in circles, back and forth. You can see if you can tap forward a bunch of times to get them to just freak out in weird ways. That pains me as an animator watching. It's stop. Yeah, it looks bad when you do it wrong. And so for environment artists, it's not taking the cue to blow the thing up that you so precisely slit there and provided all the clues for. So for
that's neat.
Okay,
that's really good.
That is cool. Yeah, actually.
That is something you would expect to happen, and it did.
Nice. So,
although you would probably be holding your hip for the next 2 hours.
That's true. Ow, that's gonna bruise. Yep. Let's see.
This area has a pretty nice mix of possibility for exploration, but also very clearly designated way you are supposed to go.
Okay. Yay!
I believe this is an area you revisit a couple times. The path winds you back and forth through here, kind of
Did you find Sam?
Ico/eco style,
I'm going to try
which
and
I'm
set
always a
up
fan of.
Oh yeah.
radio tower up here. Any tips?
Hey, Lara. You're gonna need to find the communications console. It'll look like a bunch of old switchboards.
Okay. I'll let you know when I find it.
Just once I wanted to say we. Wee. Oh geez. Okay. Hello.
Please! You don't need to do this!
Okay. Rude. Ow.
Great way to keep you from turning to the dark side.
Dude. I appreciate the audio aim because some of these guys are really hard to spot in the dark. Oh. In some games that would actually bother me, like having just enemies being so difficult to see. For some reason in this one, I'm not as bothered by it. Not entirely sure why.
You know, so far the whole game has been night, and it's tricky to see a lot of stuff in it. But that also really makes the white stuff stand out.
True.
And facilitates that learning process.
Alright, when we come back, we're gonna go further into this cave. No, just this little crevice spot here. But, oh, what the heck. We'll spoil you. Made it. Cool. Alright, see you next time, guys.